Woo-wee, we got some good stuff to talk about today. Before we get into it though, I do want to let you guys know that this video is for educational purposes only. Please remember to be kind to everybody everywhere in your everyday life, in your home, in the grocery store, and especially in the comment section down below. Please do not show hate to anybody, anywhere. Good morning, my lovelies, my beauties, my friends. My name is Christina and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, thank you so much for clicking on this video. I really hope that you will subscribe, stick around, take a chance in hearing some things that I have to say. And if you are a returning subscriber, y'all already know, y'all are my babies. So good morning, good morning, good morning. How is everybody doing today? I hope you all are having an amazing day. I hope you all had a wonderful weekend. I hope you all got a lot of sunshine and got outside. And yes, I am a sunshine pusher. We don't want to get into that in this video. We can talk about it over on Casually Christina, but the benefits of getting fresh air and sunshine and exercise is unmatched. So yes, I'm glad y'all got outside and I'm glad y'all are going for a walk later today too. Moving on, we have a lot of stuff to talk about. I was not expecting to have this much for you already by the beginning of the week. So make sure you guys stay to the end of the video so you can get it all. Before we go any further, I did want to stop and thank today's sponsor, Teamy. Lately, I have been drinking Teamy's Gut Love, and let me tell you why this is amazing. This is a pre and probiotic powder all in one. This is triple berry flavored, although it has a very, smells so delicious. It smells like candy. You know those little pixie stick candies that you used to, like the little powdered candies? That's what this reminds me of. But it has a very, very, very faint taste, and you just take one scoop and mix it in with some water, or you can just throw it in a smoothie if you're already making one. And this has 20 billion probiotics per serving. Teamy formulated this with 7 different strains of probiotics, and it's vegan, non-GMO, gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free, sugar-free, corn-free, and no binders. And it is so important for me personally to take my probiotics every single day, but now I got my pro and my pre all in one. It really helps my digestions because this is the good bacteria. That helps you to keep good immune health. It helps you to keep a good gut health, which therefore your skin, your joints, all the good stuff. If you guys want to try the new Gut Love pre and probiotic like I'm drinking, all you have to do is click the link in the description box. You can use my coupon code right here to save some money and get your Gut Love today. Thanks again, Teamy. I have a Gabby, Petito, Brian Laundrie playlist. You guys go and check that out if you're not all caught up on what's been going on. I'm not going to, sorry, this hair is kind of distracting me by being flipped out. I'm not going to do the whole thing here and drag the video on with the intro because y'all know I like 6-minute long intros. So we're going to try to keep it moving here. First thing, Gabby Petito's memorial was on Sunday, which is today, the day I'm filming this, and it was absolutely beautiful. So many wonderful things was said. The family, they let it be recorded on live. They do not want people to quit talking about Gabby. They want Brian Laundrie found so they can find out what all he knows. I know we've all got our very strong opinions, but the memorial service was beautiful. The next thing is, it seems like, and this whole video is alleged, okay? Alleged, make your own opinions. I'm not telling nobody what to think, and I'm not saying anything that's in concrete evidence. But it sure enough seems like Brian Laundrie's lawyer may have kind of told on his client, who is Brian. So last week, it was announced that there was a warrant out for Brian Laundrie's arrest, okay? An official warrant that they're looking for him. The warrant, however, is not for what happened to Gabby. The federal warrant that is out for Brian Laundrie is knowingly and with intent to defraud. It is saying that he used one or more unauthorized devices and a Capital One credit card and used the PIN to retrieve more than $1,000 of the time period of August 30th through September 1st. So he allegedly used a credit card or whatever that he shouldn't have used, and he used a PIN. We're all, assuming. We can't say for sure just yet because it's not been proven in court. But other than that it was obviously Gabby's credit card that he was using. Now his lawyer put out a statement, okay? And the statement was, "It is my understanding that the arrest warrant for Brian Laundrie is related to activities occurring after the death of Gabby Petito and not related to her actual demise." Well, first of all, that sounds so disgusting, okay, in my personal opinion. Well, it sounds to me like the warrant is for something that happened after she was dead and, didn't have anything to do with the demise, okay? First of all, that's so gross. That's the statement that he released. However, he's being a lawyer. He's doing lawyery things. But how does he know when Gabby died? Okay, they didn't find her body until now in September. And the investigators have not released yet a cause of death or how long she was dead. So how do you know when she died? How do you know that she died before August 30th or September 1st, unless you know because you're defending your client and you guys have been preparing for this whole entire time? All right, let's just keep going from there. A lot of people say, well, you basically just told that you know when she was killed because, all right, so keep moving from there. The day that it was released to the public that a federal warrant was going out for Brian's parents took a trip to Orlando. So everybody online, everybody's like, why did they take a trip to Orlando? Who are they going to see? Are they going to see Brian? And it was found that they went to go visit Brian's lawyer. Okay, so if Brian is allegedly missing, right? You guys, you've watched my videos. You're following me here. He allegedly went to this place, this park that's 25,000 acres with a ton of it being covered underwater, gators, 4 different types of venomous snakes. It's not a place you go and disappear at for a week or two. Okay, if your child is there missing, when a warrant goes out for arrest for your son, the first place you go is to the lawyer's office? Sounds to me like you know exactly where he's at, and you now know that there's a warrant, so you're coming down there to figure out what you guys are going to do next. We all know who John Walsh is, right? This guy right here from America's Most Wanted. Well, he's involved now, and he's even said, I got 10 of the 17 people from the America's Most Wanted list that the police couldn't even get. He says, I go deeper, I dive deeper. He says, I get the public involved. When we used to watch America's Most Wanted and we're looking at these people, that's more than maybe what just a local police can do, right? They can only do what they can do. So he's involved now, and he's like, we're going to get this scumbag. He keeps referring to Brian as a scumbag, which, even if he's innocent in this, which we all know what we believe, right? But is still innocent until proven guilty. His disappearance and his lack of empathy and all of that is scummy. So I can agree with him on that. His actions are definitely scummy, okay? Nevertheless, he said this right here.
Dirty laundry, mom and dad, and the Johnny Cochran lawyer that you talk about, Stephen Bertolino, who I hope he knows he's going to burn in hell for hiding all this stuff and giving all kinds of red herring tips to the police. He's the mouthpiece. And I know about client privilege and Fifth Amendment. I've been doing this for a whole long time, but boy, he knows a lot that he's not talking about. But anyways, many of the tips were my theory that they somehow, when he got home from the trip and he didn't say anything to anybody for 10 days, this is not, and I know your lawyers are nervous, this is John Walsh's opinion, has been doing this and caught 1,422 of uncatchable guys that the cops could never catch. So I got a little bit of experience, but when he got home, they scrubbed the van, he and his family, the dirty laundries, and I'm sure the FBI didn't find anything in the house. And during that time, they planned how to get him out. So Daddy bought a camper top, a little white camper top. It's still in the driveway. And the neighbors, who really only said it the other day, I was waiting in line on Fox News to talk to Martha McCallum, and the neighbors walk out and say, we were so surprised that, about 3 days before Gabby's parents filed the missing persons report, 3 or 4 days, they didn't remember when it was exactly, that Brian and the father put the camper top on the red pickup truck, packed.
And off they went.
Off
they went.
I believe that when they left off in the pickup truck, they went northwest over the panhandle of Florida. And then Steve Berlino gets in it on Tuesday and says he's out in the desert and in the swamp, and they're worried, and they found his car. How did they find his car in a 60,000 acre swamp? And we left a message, Brian, if you're killing yourself or thinking about it and you're hurt. And then they said, and we went back on Thursday and we got the car. And then Bertolino didn't call the Friday. So I think they bought this guy 9 days. He had a big head start. So I say, now with all the chaos at the border, I caught 45 guys in Mexico. They drove them north over the panhandle. You can walk into Mexico. There are no border patrol, Mexican border patrol or customs or anything like that in most of the border. So we got a lot of tips. We got 15 tips that people had spotted them. And then that picture shows up in Mexico at a restaurant. I'm pretty sure that's not him, but I believe he was, after the camper trip, he was never there. And Bertolino kept feeding the cops bullshit like he did today about the wallet and all the crap.
So he's saying a very matter-of-factly, exactly what I believe too, is that they packed up, homeboy came home and probably told his parents whatever story he told them about what Gabby did to him, and he just had to do what he had to do. That's what I'm guessing. And then they packed up that they got that camper, they packed it up, and they went and they set him up somewhere, which is why they left for 3 days to go camping in that little tiny camper and came back. And allegedly when they came back, Brian wasn't with them. And just like John Walsh said, they scrubbed the van, him and his parents. And I believe that is a huge, huge possibility, because when the FBI got to Brian's parents' house, the van was in the garage. Now, if you're going to scrub the van and you don't want the neighbors to see it, where would you put it? You would put it in the garage, and you would go in there and you would bleach it and scrub it out, versus everything else that they have is parked in the driveway. Why would they park the van in the garage if there wasn't a reason for them to? Okay, and then the lawyer was ready to talk to the police when they came to the house looking for Gabby. So according to John Walsh, he had a 9-day head start before the police even got involved. I mean, they were already preparing all this. The lawyer was already ready. Now, there is some conspiracy theories going around about Rose. If you guys watched the second video, she was the best friend of Gabby. And I mean, there's some people that's trying to make some compelling arguments, trying to piece together a picture that she posted on her Instagram, let me tell you something. I wasn't going to bring this up, but I feel like it's important for me to give my opinion on this because so much stuff is going around. I do not believe for a second that, and this is my personal opinion, that Gabby's friend Rose was involved in this at all, okay? And then the last little thing is that you guys were sending me these videos of this woman on Twitter who said that she saw Gabby and the white van, and she saw 2 different women coming out, and one that had a hoodie on and completely covered up.
So I was in the Grand Teton National Park August 23rd through the 25th. I called her and made a report yesterday, but the reason I'm making this is because I don't think the report stressed what I was trying to get across, the behavior of the women that I saw. We stayed at the Upper Teton View dispersed camping site on Federal Service Road 30310. In the lower campground. This is what I took a picture because I wanted to remember. That's what this was the next day. Our campsite was on the left. You can see the fifth wheel. There's a white van, and then our camper. The white van, it wasn't the same. The morning of the 24th, what happened was we woke up and there was a van that had pulled in the middle of the night. I got up, I started our generator, I wanted coffee, I disturbed them, and well, at the time I thought it was just one because one woman exited the van. We had light conversation about the weather because it was very cool that morning. So we were talking about the weather. She had come from someplace hot. I went back in the camper, making breakfast, doing dishes, and just, occasionally looking out the window like you do. I noticed that I saw another woman exit the van. She stayed very close, stretched. She was all covered up. It was cold, so didn't think anything of it. But her sweatshirt went over her arms. Her hands were out. She wasn't behaving as if she was cold, though. Her hood was up. She kept kind of like pulling at the sides and keeping it so that her face couldn't be seen. When I went back out, because my coffee was ready, I had it set up outside. She hurried up and jumped back in the van. She hid a lot. They were very jumpy, very skittish. The description of the second woman, her height and weight would be that of Gabrielle Petito.
Listen, I don't know what this lady saw, okay? I don't know. But what we do know is that Brian and Gabby were together. Brian is missing. We also know that there are eyewitnesses that have seen Brian hitting Gabby. We have witnesses that have seen her at a restaurant being yelled at, crying, so upset. We have that restaurant confirming that, yes, they were there, okay? So this is who we are looking for right now, okay? All eyes needs to be on Brian, and this is who needs to be found. Yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments section down below. As always, my loves, thank you so much for watching this video. Please do not forget to like it. It's a free way that you can help your girl out. And until next time, I love you guys so very much. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye. Love you guys. Bye.